Hello students. So in the previous class we were talking about that of the soil and soil pollution. We discussed that what is soil pollution and how this soil pollution is caused. So you see here student, waste dump. It means the waste that came from that of the industries or from that of the municipality or from that of the factories also, so or hospitals. So all such kind of a waste material which came out from the different means, they are collected over a land, and this heap of garbage, this heap of waste material, they together makes the soil dirty, it degrades the quality of that of the soil. So that is the soil pollution. The second one is the agrochemical student. What is agrochemical? So you see, if suppose we are using the chemicals in that of the agriculture, like if we are using the fertilizers, or if we are using weedicides or pesticides, so continuous use of all these things will going to degrade the quality of the soil. Okay, not only this, if you see the pesticides or that of the fertilizers, it will seeps into the groundwater, and it will also hamper the quality of the groundwater. Now, not only this student, we are supposed to throw the nitrate and phosphate in the soil to increase the nutrient of like that of a nitrogen and phosphorus in the soil, but when the rainfall occurs, then what will happen? This nitrate and phosphate is carried with the water to the water bodies. And then in the water bodies, students, it produces the eutrophication. What is eutrophication? In a eutrophication, there is a continuous rise of the continuous rise of the plants due to heavy nutrient in the water, and you can understand it that if the amount of the plants are more in the water, then there will be a competition, okay, between the plants for the consumption of the oxygen for their survival. So if more consumption of oxygen will be there due to the presence of the algal bloom and all, then what will happen? It will lead to the death of the aquatic organism. Not only this student, but the nitrate, they also seeps inside to that of the groundwater and degrade the quality. If we talk about the mining operation, student, which you used to carry, especially if suppose we are extracting any kind of a mineral from the earth crust, then this mining operation, it leads to the removal of the top layer of the soil. Okay, so removal of the top layer of the soil also causes the soil erosion. Not only this, the chemicals, the toxic chemicals which is released during this mining operation will also mixes with the water, mixes with the soil, and it will degrade the quality, or it will makes the soil nutrient deficient. So these are what? These are the causes of the soil pollution. Now if we talk about another thing, students, so which is very common for you people. Now till now, what we had discussed about the soil and soil erosion. When we were talking about that of the depletion in the quality of the soil, student, at that time also we discussed about the soil erosion, right? Now we will try to understand that what is the cause of the soil erosion, okay, and what exactly the soil erosion means, or what are the different agents which makes the soil to remove its top layer, to lose its top layer. If we talk about the soil and soil erosion, students, so we had discussed about the soil. What is soil? Soil is the upper shallow layer which consisting of the minerals, which consisting of the salts, which consisting of the inorganic and organic component, it consisting of the water, it consisting of the nutrient. Now these soil, they are porous and they are very important because it consisting of all the things, so they are very important for the growth and development of the plant. So somehow, somewhere, all the terrestrial organisms, they are dependent on the plant because our habitat is on the soil itself. Okay. We also discuss about the soil, that how the soil get depleted, as well as how the formation of the soil occur. So you see, the soil is formed due to the decomposition of the rock, and this decomposition, it is caused by many factors. Okay, like water is responsible, sunlight is responsible, wind is responsible, even the living organism is also responsible for the decomposition of the rock or the formation of the soil. Okay. If we talk about the soil erosion, students, so soil erosion is what? Removal of the top layer of the soil, that is soil erosion. Now let us discuss the soil first, then we will move to the soil erosion. So let us recall the things that we have studied in the soil. So first point in case of the soil erosion, student, that soil is the main habitat of all the terrestrial organisms. So we can write it, soil is the main habitat terrestrial organisms. If we talk the other thing about soil, students, so it consisting of water, it consisting of the mineral, it consisting of the organic and inorganic components in it. So we can write it. It consisting of water, minerals, organic and inorganic matter. It is the base, it is the layer where all the living and the non-living components, they exist together. So we can see that it is the shallow layer, it is the upper shallow layer where the living and non-living components, exist. Okay, together. Okay, so it is the upper shallow layer, student, where all the living and that of a non-living organism, they exist together, they live together. The other thing about the soil is, students, that the development of the soil horizon, the layer of the soil, it takes a lot of a time, it takes centuries to form the different horizons of the layer. Okay, so we can write it. It takes a century for the development of the soil horizon, having different properties. So you see, the horizons, the layer which is formed of that of the soil, basically it involves, students, a lot of a time, a lot of centuries has been taken to develop the layer of the different layer of the soil or the horizon of that of the soil. Now, if we talk about the soil, students, so you see all these things are important, but if you see, students, so this is the human activity which is responsible for the degradation of the quality of the soil. Just because of the different human activities makes the quality of the soil done. So we can write it human activities makes the soil degrade. So this is what this is about the soil up to which we have studied about it. Now see, if we talk about the soil erosion, students, so you see in case of a soil erosion is what student? The removal of the top layer of the soil is the soil erosion. Okay, and this can be caused by many things, student, whether it can be caused by water, or it can be caused by wind, or it can be caused by landslides, or even through floods also, or by the human activities. So the first thing that we have to understand is that what is soil erosion. We already have studied about it. Let us remind it again and try to understand the concept of the soil erosion. So soil erosion is what? The removal of the soil erosion is removal of the top layer of the soil. So removal of the top layer of the soil is known as the soil erosion. Now the question arises that what will happen if suppose we will remove the top layer of the soil erosion, student? Then you see the top layer of the soil consisting of a sufficient amount of nutrients in it. So it is the nutrients, it is the mineral, it is the moisture, it is the inorganic and organic component which is present at the top layer of the soil. And if this top layer of the soil gets removed, then you can imagine that what kind of a soil will remain. Okay, so to get the proper amount of a nutrient from the soil for the crops, the top layer should be present on the soil. So the removal of this top layer of the soil is known as soil erosion. Okay, so a lot of things are, student, which is responsible for soil erosion, student, like that water is there, wind is there, flood is there, landslides, even the human activities. Okay, so landslides is there and the human activity. All these are responsible for the soil erosion. Okay, water, wind, flood, landslide and human activities. Now you see, students, in case of the soil erosion, it can be protected by planting more and more trees. So it is because when we were discussing about that of the root, in that only I discussed that these plants basically they help, the roots of the plant, they help in holding the soil at its place, and due to which the soil does not move, it remains stiff at its place and thus it prevents the soil erosion. Okay, so planting more and more trees, planting more and more crops will going to check the soil erosion. Okay, so soil erosion is what? Removal of the top layer of the soil. Agents, student, natural agents can be there, removal of the vegetation cover can be there, as well as the agriculture also. The farmers, they used to, if they are going to make a new crops or grow a new crops, at first they used to remove the unwanted crop, and sometimes this removal of the unwanted crop becomes so harsh that it will going to affect the top layer of the soil. So we'll try to understand each and every term of the soil erosion one by one. So the first one is the natural agent, the causes of the soil erosion, students. So we will discuss about the causes. What are the different causes of the soil erosion? So different causes of the soil erosion is, students. The first one is the natural agent. What are the different natural agents, students, which are responsible for the soil erosion? So the first one is the water. Then wind is there. Then flood as well as landslides. So you see here, student, what happened in case of the water? When the water flows, this water used to carry the soil with it. Now these water used to carry with this flow, it used to carry the top layer of the soil also. So we can say with its flow carry the top layer, of the soil. Okay, so water when it flow, it used to carry the top layer of the soil, so we can say that it is responsible for the soil erosion. Not only water, student, but if you see the wind also, wind current when they blow, they also used to carry the soil with it. So we can write wind current also carries soil with it. Okay, so it also carries the soil with it. If we talk about the flood, students, so you have seen in case of a flood, a lot of water will used to flow from here and there. So what will happen? It used to displace the top layer of the soil from one place to the other place. So it will also displace the top layer of the soil. Top layer of the soil. So we can write it top layer of soil. So this is cause of the flood. Now if you see the landslide, students, so here also in case of a landslide, there is a displacement of the land from one place to another. So since displacement causes the displacement of the soil also. So we can say displacement of soil. Okay, so landslide causes the displacement of the soil, and water, wind, they all used to carry the top layer of the soil from one place to another, and thus causes the soil erosion. Okay. Now if we move to the second one, students, so this is the first one, that is how natural agent causes the soil erosion. Then the second one is how human activities causes the soil erosion. How human activities are responsible for that of the soil erosion. So let us discuss it. Soil erosion by human activities. So how soil erosion caused by the human activity, students? So you see, day by day the number of the population is increasing. Okay, people are increasing, so their needs are also increasing, and not only this, urbanization occur. So for the urbanization process, students, what people they used to do, they used to clean the area, they used to remove the vegetation cover, they used to uproot the trees. Okay, so what is that? The removal of the plants or that of the trees, it means deforestation. So it will lead to deforestation. Now you see how the deforestation or removal of the vegetation cover will going to affect the soil erosion. So the first thing is, You see, the roots of the plants, roots of the trees, they try to hold the soil. Okay, because these roots they spread over the whole area, students, and up to the area where it has been spread, it used to attach with the ground with the help of the soil itself. Now the roots which get spread properly, they are holding the soil properly, and thus it will also help in not making the soil to move from one place to another. Now what will happen if you remove all the vegetation from that particular area? So there will be no such root which hold the soil at its place, and thus it will make exposed to the wind, to the water, and thus it can be carried away from one place to another, causes soil erosion. So it is because of the plants only they are at its place. So we can write it, that is, growing human population is also the cause of soil erosion. Growing human population is also the cause of soil erosion. So, the removal or the expansion of urbanization removes the vegetation, and thus no roots are available for the soil which makes the soil remain at its place. Okay, so you can see soil erosion by human activities. How does it affect student? That if due to the continuous growth of the human population, due to increase in the urbanization, it will make the soil remove the people, they used to remove the vegetation cover, and thus the soil will be not able to be at its place because of the absence of the root, and it can be carried away by the wind and water. Now if we move to the next one is the improper tillage. Okay, next one is improper tillage. What is tillage, student? For the growth of a new crop. Okay, the farmers, what they used to do, they used to loosen the upper layer. And how this process occurs? By uprooting the unwanted plants like that of the weeds. But sometimes this process of the tillage is so adversely done that it will affect the top layer, it will expose the top layer, and thus can be carried away by the blowing wind. So we can write it, improper tillage. Improper tillage, student, the preparation of the crop is called tillage. Preparation of the land, preparation of the land for the growth of the crops is called tillage. Preparation of the land for the growth of the crops is called tillage, and the farmers, they used to do it by losing the soil, so that by losing the soil, and they do it by removing the weeds and the grasses from the top layer of the soil. So farmers loosens the soil by removing the grass, weeds from the top layer of the soil, okay, etc. for the preparation. For the preparation of a seed bed, or the preparation seed beds, okay, for the preparation of seed beds. And sometimes this process was done so badly, this process was done so badly that it affects the upper layer. It affects the upper layer of the soil. The upper layer of the soil. Okay, so sometimes it was so badly done that it affects the upper layer of the soil, and thus the wind or the water, they used to take away the top layer of the soil. So these are what, students, these are the different causes of that of the soil erosion. The first one is the natural agent. So you see, wind, water, landslides, they used to remove the top layer of the soil, and thus it makes the soil nutrient deficient, students, because the top layer consisting of the minerals and the nutrient. Second one is the students, that is the removal of the vegetation cover by the human. Okay, so we can say the human activities are also responsible for the soil erosion. So they used to carry the food. They used to carry the carry out, or they used to cut all the vegetation. They used to remove all the vegetation over the land, and thus makes the top soil to exposed to the wind and water, and finally it will also get removed. Okay. Third one is the improper tillage, students. So tillage is what? The preparation of the land. Okay. So before growing a crop, the farmers, they used to prepare the land, and this process of the preparation of the land is known as tillage. And in the tillage, student, what they used to do, they used to remove what? They remove the grasses, they remove the weeds for the preparation. Okay. And sometimes this was done so badly that it will affect the upper layer of the soil. Okay, it will expose to the upper layer, and finally wind used to carry out the upper layer, that is the top soil, and thus it is also causes the soil erosion. So these are the different causes of the soil erosion. Okay. Now if we talk about the next topic, students, so next topic is biogeochemical cycle. So we have discussed till now about the soil, about the water, as well as air. We discussed what is air, what is the composition of the air, and what are the different pollutants which are responsible for causing the air pollution, and how we can conserve, we can make our air pure. Okay, how can we remove this, or how can we reduce the air pollution? Second one is the water, student. What is water? Why it is an important natural resource for us? What is its composition? What is its percentage on the earth? Okay, where it is important? It means it is a kind of a habitat for the aquatic organism also, students, and it is necessary for each and every living organism. Not only this, we also discussed that how the water got polluted, what are the different causes by which water pollution occurred, and how can we reduce the water pollution. Then we discuss about the soil. What is soil? Why this soil is an important natural resource for us? How the formation of the soil occurs, students, and as well as we also discuss about the pollutants which are responsible for degrading the quality of the soil, and how can we conserve our soil. Okay. Then we also studied about that why the depletion of the soil occur, as well as what are the different causes of that of a soil erosion. So till now we have studied all the three main important natural resources. Now we will study about the biogeochemical cycle. Biogeochemical cycle. What is this biogeochemical cycle, students? So biogeochemical cycle. Bio means life. Geo, it means the earth. Chemicals, which includes the chemicals. So we can understand that the chemicals which is important for us, or the cycle which is important for all the living organism for their survival, and which includes the abiotic component also. So you can understand that this cycle which include the biotic and abiotic component. Okay, so we can write it. Biogeochemical cycle includes both of the component. Biotic, abiotic. Okay, abiotic and biotic. And how many different type of a biogeochemical cycle that we have to study, student? So we have to study about the oxygen, then water cycle, then nitrogen cycle, and carbon cycle. Okay, so these are the different cycles which we have to study in biogeochemical cycle, students. Okay.